Imagine you're standing in a grocery store and someone accidentally bumps into you. Before you even feel the impact, the words fly out of your mouth. Oh, I'm so sorry. But wait, they bumped into you. You were just standing there. Why are you the one apologizing? If you find yourself saying sorry for taking up space, sorry for asking a question, or sorry when someone else makes a mistake, you aren't just being polite. You're trapped in a specific psychological pattern. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the chronic apologizer. It's a behavior that feels like kindness on the surface, but underneath, it's a complex survival mechanism that actually has very little to do with being sorry. Let's look at the first group, the peacekeepers. Think of these people as human fire extinguishers. For them, an apology isn't an admission of guilt, it's a shield. In their mind, I'm sorry actually translates to, please don't be mad at me. This often starts in childhood. If you grew up in a house where moods were unpredictable or loud, you learned to sniff out tension before it even started. You realized that if you apologize first, even for things you didn't do, you could lower the temperature of the room. You became a professional at de-escalating conflicts that hadn't even happened yet. But here's the twist. While you think you're being the nice guy, you're actually practicing something called over-responsibility. Your brain has convinced you that you are responsible for everyone else's emotions. If a friend is grumpy, you're sorry. If the waiter brings the wrong food, you're sorry for pointing it out. You've taken the weight of the whole world's mood and put it on your own shoulders. Now, let's talk about the space shrinkers. Have you ever noticed people who apologize just for existing? They say sorry when they walk past someone in a wide hallway. They say sorry for bothering a coworker with a work-related question. This is a classic sign of low self-worth. In their head, their needs are an inconvenience to the world. By saying sorry, they are essentially asking for permission to take up oxygen. It's like they're walking through life with an invisible tax. They feel they have to pay a small price of an apology just to be allowed to stay in the room. But wait, there's a darker side to this. Sometimes, I'm sorry is used as a weapon. This is the get out of jail free card. We've all met this person. They do something hurtful, say a quick sorry, and then immediately get angry if you aren't over it in 5 seconds. For them, the apology isn't about your feelings, it's about ending the conversation. It's a tool to shut you up. If they said the magic words, you aren't allowed to be mad anymore, right? This is a form of emotional manipulation. They aren't sorry for what they did. They're just sorry that they have to hear you talk about it. So, how do we tell the difference? True apologies require 2 things: empathy and change. If someone says sorry but keeps doing the exact same thing, the words are just noise. In psychology, this is called empty apology syndrome. It's a way to maintain the status quo without actually growing. It's like putting a tiny band-aid on a broken leg and wondering why the person is still limping. Here is a pattern interrupt for you. If you are a chronic apologizer, try this experiment for 1 day. Replace the word sorry with thank you. Instead of saying sorry I'm late, say thank you for waiting for me. Instead of sorry for rambling, say thank you for listening to me. Do you feel the shift? Sorry puts you down. Thank you brings the other person up. It changes the power dynamic from you being a problem to both of you being in a positive interaction. The truth is, when you over-apologize, you actually make your real apologies lose their value. It's like inflation for words. If you use a sorry for a dropped pen, what do you have left for when you actually break someone's heart? People who always say they're sorry when they aren't are usually just trying to survive a world that feels too loud, too heavy, or too judgmental. They are trying to preemptively fix things so they don't get hurt. But you don't need to apologize for being human. You don't need to apologize for having a seat at the table. Next time you feel that sorry bubbling up in your throat, ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong, or am I just afraid of the silence? Because the world doesn't need you to be smaller. It needs you to be honest. If you recognize yourself or someone you know in this, hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into the weird ways our brains try to protect us, and you won't want to miss the next breakdown. Because understanding why you do what you do is the first step to finally stopping. Tell me in the comments, what's the weirdest thing you've ever apologized for? I'll go first. I once apologized to a mannequin for bumping into it. Your turn.